You made a vow to God that, "I'm never falling for this again." You felt powerful, and you meant it. After 3 days, possibly a week, you fell. The same sin, the same trigger, and the same outcome. However, it feels different this time. This time, you feel like a fraud in addition to being guilty. The voice in your head isn't telling you to try harder. Rather, it's telling you that you wouldn't be doing this if you were truly saved. If God was truly within you, it would have vanished by now. You're watching this because you want to know if my struggle is evidence that I'm battling or if my failure is evidence that I'm not real. Let's examine the fear that lies beneath the sin. It's the numbness, not simply the fact that you made a mistake. You're afraid because you committed a sin and moved on too quickly. You didn't cry this time. Singing on Sunday and keeping a secret on Monday makes you feel like a hypocrite. You believe that God is weary of your excuses because, to be honest, you are. However, I must tell you something startling. You wouldn't be watching this video if you were actually gone. This is the theology of conflict. A corpse doesn't fight. Throw a corpse into a river. It drifts downstream. It follows the current. It never opposes the flow. Upstream, only living things swim. Your weariness is evidence of your existence. The Holy Spirit is moaning inside of you because you detest. Spiritually deceased people do not wage war on their transgressions. They accept it. They cease battling, but battle is nasty, and you are still in the ring. The Bible is unambiguous on this. Romans states, "For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing." It wasn't a brand new convert. Paul was the author of half of the New Testament. He refrained from saying, "I used to struggle." Present tense, he said, "I do." Paul was not lost despite his struggles. It demonstrated that although the flesh was still there, it was no longer in charge. Unambiguous on this, Romans 1:58. That wasn't a brand new believer. I don't do the good I want to do, but I keep doing the evil I don't want to do. Paul was the author of half of the New Testament. He refrained from saying, "I used to struggle." Present tense, he replied, "I do." Paul's difficulties did not indicate that he was hopeless. It demonstrated that although the flesh was still there, it was no longer in charge. The conclusion of the war is predictable, yet it is a real conflict. The Spirit is leading, even when sin is battling. So why are you unable to stop? Why is the habit winning if you have the Holy Spirit? I'll give you the structure. You are engaged in combat. Management of sin. God desires a relocation of the heart. By concentrating on the sin, you are attempting to abstain from it. Avoid doing it. Avoid looking at it. Avoid clicking it. The law of the mind, however, is straightforward. You exaggerate anything you concentrate on. Don't think of a red automobile if I tell you. What do you observe? An automobile in red. Your Christianity has turned into a set of rules. You are worn out because of this. Sin is encouraged by the law. Grace inspires love. A shovel cannot be used to drive darkness from a room. A light needs to be turned on. You cannot use willpower to drive sin from your heart. It must be displaced by something superior. You detest lust, yet it doesn't stop you from lusting. Your love for Jesus grows, and you quit longing. However, you are too preoccupied with guilt at the moment to experience love. That's the trap. The subtle falsehood is this. You believe that God will retrust you if you suffer enough. The first sin, however, I have to include my personal pain for this one. Stop making payments on a debt that has already been canceled. Shame keeps the lights out while sin blooms in the dark. He will neither smother a blazing candle or break a wounded reed, according to Matthew 12. You are that. Barely lit, burning, bruised. Blow it out. Religion says it's pointless. I know how to cut my hands around that flame, declares Jesus. What do you do? When the need strikes or when the failure occurs, what do you do tonight? Instead of running away from God, Run toward him. Until you are clean enough to pray, the enemy wants you to nay it. God desires that you carry the dirt to the cross. The absence of difficulty does not equate to holiness. It is the existence of advancement. Although you're not flawless, you've come a long way. Even though you are hobbling, you are moving forward. Indeed, you did tumble, but the Father isn't paying attention. He's staring at your hands as he reaches out to be raised once more. Now is the time to end the isolation cycle. The adversary wants you to believe that you are the only one. Let's disprove him. Go to the comments and write this if you're ready to fight from victory rather than for victory, and you're tired of allowing shame to keep you hidden. I'm still fighting, that's all.